So, hey everybody, NovelistCrim here, and welcome to Writing Company Motivation. This is a stream hosted by the Crimsdale writing community, a community full of writers, editors, artists, and a bunch of other wonderful folk like yourselves. Essentially what this is, it's an accountability stream where we get together and we do some writing. If you guys are new to the channel, we usually host the stream around 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And if you haven't, I recommend you leave a follow because it's a great way to get notified when we do this type of stuff. And you can also check out our Discord by hitting !Discord in chat, and you'll get a link that'll take you right to the channel, and you can get all sorts of neat things, like the journal entries that we do. At the start of every session, we do a journal entry that kind of like is a mental check-in to see what the journey of becoming a novelist is like. And we also any type of writing challenges or things that I've come across, I kind of write it down, and we have a discussion about it afterward. So we kind of like just vocalize some of this, this thought, talk about it. Aside from that, what else do we do? Once we are done with the writing discussions and the journal, we kind of switch it over to a question, kind of like open the floor to questions if you guys have any. Outside of that, we kind of just dive right into writing. Usually my text is blurred. It's more of a focus on like trying to get you guys to like stay motivated and keep on working. Not an emphasis on like what I'm doing here particularly. So we have music. I'm available to chat if you'd like. It's an open and friendly sort of environment, and you are welcome here. So let's go ahead and get things rolling by starting up a journal entry, and let's see what we can do. All right, so let's move on to the discussion portion of this thing. So in terms of like mental check-in, and I wasn't really able to like speak much on that since kind of ran out of space. I try to limit these posts here to just one, I guess, one post or on Discord. I don't know if that makes sense, but you only have like 2,000 characters unless you're in Nitro, and I don't feel like blasting you with a novel via Discord. But anywho, I think things are going pretty well so far. Yesterday I finished up chapter 9 of the novel, so I feel pretty good. Today we're going to be probably just pushing through whatever rough draft that we can for chapter 10 and seeing what kind of stuff we can come up with. It's going to be pretty fun. Hey, Slayer! Welcome! It's good to see you. Everybody say hi to Slayer. This is a good friend. We were chatting earlier today, having a good time. So, let's see. So we were going to be like kind of just going through the rough drafting portion. One of the things that's been sitting on my mind recently is like thinking about the anxieties of writing. A lot of folks have it seems like a common problem amongst a lot of writers, that anxiety seems to be infused with the concept of like, oh, should I start or what should I do? And there's always this question of, what if, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking that after having a couple of conversations with a few people, I kind of, we had the same running theme that was kind of interesting. And that was like about expectations and standards that we set for ourselves. So I'm thinking that a lot of times we kind of hold ourselves to a huge standard, to like expectations that might not fit our personal goals, right? I think the first thing, because we're focusing on like noveling or writing in general, I think one of the important things to do as a writer, especially early on, is to kind of determine what you want out of writing. Do you want to be a novelist? Do you want to create novels? Do you want to be doing fan fiction and fan fiction only? These questions are important because I feel like novels have like taken up a huge presence, in the sense that like people feel this expectation that they must write a novel. Like if they're going to write, then the only thing logical is to write a novel. How's it going, country? So like keeping in mind that like your writing career could be literally anything that you want, and understanding that like it should be fun for you, and trying to find what it means to be happy with literature. Like what could you do with it? So I mean, I've seen like a lot of interesting formats and stuff, and it's the beautiful thing about the craft is that it's kind of like flexible. So you can go pursue noveling, you can pursue like fan fictions. One of the coolest things I've seen is like the serialized stuff where you post things kind of like on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, and it's that's super cool. You're able to like kind of do like one chapter every week or 2 weeks, and eventually that could become a huge following. I've seen a person named Pirate Abba do it. She is a phenomenal writer. I love her stuff. She's the writer of The Wandering Inn, if you guys are interested in seeing that. And her stuff actually became, full novels that you can, just buy. This is a whole collection of her stories, and fantastic work. So there's like so much opportunity and different ways to become successful with writing, and noveling is not just the only way, I just wanted to like, kind of make that announcement, I guess, or just a reminder to like, those who are feeling like the pressure of like it's almost like I want to write, but I think the only logical true thing is to just write a novel. No, it doesn't have to. I mean, writing is supposed to bring you joy, and it could be role play, it could be I don't know, these little like fan fictions. There's just like there's a whole slew of things, more things than I even know, to be honest. Aside from that, let's see, is there anything else that I wanted to discuss? Seems like a quick session, really. Let's see here. But yeah, I think figuring out what you want to do first and what you want out of writing will probably make it a lot easier for you to set goals for yourself ahead of time. So, and I think when it comes to like accomplishing anything in life, it's good to be clear as to like what you're trying to do. Tal, welcome. Come back. Random person doesn't ring my doorbell for the 5th time. Have you tried sneezing on them? Lord. Long day, finally home after some dinner. Ooh, what'd you have for dinner? Anything more? Let's see. That's okay. Alright, I lost my train of thought. But that's pretty much it. Like, other than that, is there anything else that I've been kind of like dealing with when it comes to writing? I think like one is an interesting observation, which would probably be like, I think it's kind of like fun, like whenever we're doing like writing, you ever like bump into a character that you could think is going to be like a one-off, but then they just kind of stay there forever. Yeah, I had that happen recently. Like, I had this character that I just wanted to like, have in the prisons, and he was probably just gonna like die off immediately or whatever. But I gave him a name, and then I gave him like a cool power, and now I'm like, now you're interesting, I guess it's good to like let those things happen, but it's I think that's one of my most favorite things about like writing, is that actually that's a good topic to talk about. Let's talk about character, and at least like the discovery therein. A lot of times we have like a character, I think when we're starting off, at least like when I'm starting off with writing, I have like an idea of what the character is going to be like. And there's like a whole slew of methods that comes with character creation. Too many, to be honest, and I haven't even nailed down my own way of doing it, to be to be perfectly frank. But whenever you do like come up with a character, you generally have an idea of like what kind of personality or how they look or how they sound. And I find that with my stories, whenever I go into it and I start writing, it's almost like I put like a hat on them, and I'm like, you're like this, and then they slap off the hat and they're like, no, actually I'm like this. I think that's kind of cool. I think that's when a character kind of like comes to life too. when they start making like decisions, and you start like feeling like them as a character and knowing what kind of like choices or situations that they would be like, you know, likely to end up in. For those of you who are scared by this phenomena, I'd say don't be. There's no need to shoehorn the original idea down the character's throat. If it's evolving and, you know, becoming something on its own, see what happens, you know? Yeah, I always get surprised. I always get surprised when it happens, because like I think that when I started off my novel, my main character Kalen was supposed to be a 30-year-old kind of like a rough and tumble sort of, you know, cowboy-esque sort of guy, right? And you know, he had like a almost like a Western accent, and then he evolved into a 15-year-old street kid, because that just seemed like the best character for the story. You know, it all started when I was trying to like write an origin story. You know, it was supposed to be a short story where I was like, I just want to see what this character's life was like before he became this tough dude that I want to write about. And it turns out that I fell in love with the that character, that kid, so much that I had to just keep writing, because like I just found something like, you know, big, and I felt it. I was like, oh no, I want to see where this guy's going, you know? So yeah, I think like that kind of leads into another topic. A good night for ranting, I guess. Damn it, I just lost it. I guess it was like something about like the can evolve and change, and sometimes, oh yeah, there we go. Wasted writing. Some people like are worried about wasting time when it comes to writing. And it's kind of like funny. Gotta be careful with the origin things. I ended up with several books worth of ideas. Yeah, yes, it's very true. It's very, very true. That's why I like kind of careful, because it's like, oh no. Yeah, the minute you start like digging deeper into a character, you start like flying down this like rabbit hole, and it just gets crazy. Damn, I lost it again. It's supposed to be about character going somewhere. Artist supposed to be like changing, perhaps finding opportunity. Something about short story. Damn, this is a slippery one. Well, I friggin' forgot. Oh. I'm pretty sure it'll come back. But oh yeah, there we go. So thank you, Grow. at least someone's listening. I appreciate that. Yeah, so wasted potential. One of the things that's kind of funny is like some folks like believe that writing is like it's like they don't want to waste their time when it comes to writing. I think that's kind of like an amusing concept, because it's like you have two choices. You can like sit in front of a screen and then just like look at the blank page and wait for something to happen, or you can start typing absolute garbage and actively try to solve the problem, and you'd be still wasting the same amount of time. It's just you know, you're discovering what does and doesn't work faster. I think that's one of the interesting concepts. I think getting messy and, you know, being okay with, you know, just seeing what happens is a good way to be. I mean, you can write a whole novel from start to finish, kind of like I did, where it's just kind of trash, really. Like there's you know, there's silly scenes, things don't make sense, the continuity's off, but like after going through all of those things, you kind of like pick out the things that were really good in that area, and you're like, wow, that's fantastic, I want to make this a story. And it wasn't until I got to the very, very end of the rough draft where I finally said, oh, so that's what the story's about, now I get it. and you get that hindsight vision, and you can come back and like make the second draft even more bomb. But I think when starting off, at least when I started off, I had like a lot of like pressure to try to like make a story like excellent like right from the get-go, and try to not like waste any time. So like I would try to do writing and then editing and then writing and then editing, and then just kind of like, you know, keep trying to first craft it rather than first draft it. Yeah, I guess to each their own, really. I'm just saying, don't be afraid to just like write something down. Try it. It's always good to like, you know, humor ideas, anything that pops in your head. You know, you might find something interesting. It's almost like that. What was that? There was like an image that was pretty good. It was like a shape of a pen or like a pencil or something like that, and it's like has like a 5% where it says like garbage, and then the rest of it says good story. And it's like, well, you have to write the garbage first before you get to the good story. Anywho, let's move on to the writing portion of this. Unless anybody has like any questions or things they want to just chat about, any small victories that anyone has accomplished today, I'm willing to hear it. We can discuss that too. And then we'll swap over to doing some, I guess, rough drafting for the next portion of the story here. Properties. One small victory is I figured out a way, which I'll mention for the story, to become a lot more interesting. Oh? Does it involve the dragon? Yeah, it's kind of like wondering where you were going with the crown that you created for Zidzig. Like having it disappear and whatnot. That was an interesting twist. Victories. Yes, victories. Did you get through any of the edits that were sitting on your desk? That could be a victory. Got my kid off to school. Got the shopping done. Sorted out my meds. Adulting. Awesome. That's a victory in and of itself. Keeping Tal alive. Essentially figured he walked in announcing his importance with the crown in front of the members of the guild. Oh boy. Oh boy. I didn't even think about that. That's a good one. That's actually really clever. All about 2 hours later than I was supposed to do it. But hey, we got done. Nice. Lala Stout is a thief. Takes those things immediately, especially with Serena. Literal pirate. Snatch and yoink. Poor soul. Poor soul. Yeah. Oh well. I am interested in seeing like what we're going to be doing down at the tumble downs. I think that's going to be like a fascinating part of the story. I don't even know if that's like underground, is it? Because it looks like it is, or it looks like it might be. I'll get it back though. Smart to have followed her. Yeah. I'm wondering how that's gonna go. Have you ever thought about doing like a stealth mission with one of your stories? Or for D&D? No edit's complete yet. Oof. did rise from 6 to 4 projects. No! On my desk, my clients are working too fast, getting their projects back to. Okay, I see. Hey, here's a question for you. Do you think that there is like seasons or like a rush hour or something like that? Like when it comes to receiving like edits, like do you receive more edits during the summer than you do the winter? Or like another question is that do you notice that when you so there is nice. Do you also notice that like when you receive work from a repeat author, do they tend to get the next book done faster than they did the previous one? I'm assuming that the first novel usually is the one that takes the most time. And then after you start getting your chops at getting more confident, it gets easier and easier. At least I'd like to assume. I don't know if that's true. Great. I have to figure out how the hell I'm going to start this this new chapter. May, June, winter here, yep. Summer, December. Where are nuts? Dead. Wow. Book 1 takes 10 years. Oh my god. I've seen like I've seen some writers like move at the speed of light, dude. One of my favorite writers, he gets his books done in like 3 to 6 months. Ridiculous, that guy. Proud of him, but like, god damn, making us look bad. Whew. And they're all good. I buy every one. I love his work. I'm hoping that maybe one day I could be a machine like that. It's a friggin' finger piston beast. I have plans like that, which is insane because they write long form. Yes. Yeah. Ooh. 100 to 140K. Oh my god. Fastest I've done is 6 months. It's been 2 years. I'm off and on editing. Not even finished. That's insane. I can probably rough draft a book a lot faster these days. I can't. I think the editing process for me takes a little too long at the moment. But I've definitely like gotten good at like rough drafting. That's for sure. Took a while to get that to sink in through my thick ass skull, dude. It's not easy. Like to turn off the inner editor and try to just get used to playing around and just getting things done quick and dirty. I've got to get back into the practice. Perhaps. It's insane that you have to like read those like 100K to 140K books, and then you have like tons of them. Oof. What was like the most like crazy amount of projects you've had like at one time? Oh man. We're breaking new ground. Do you want to go for 8? No, it's kidding. Don't do that. So just as like a quick announcement before we start moving on to like some other stuff here. For those of you who don't know, we've been posting our stream highlights on YouTube, There are some on Twitch as well, but we've been just archiving it on YouTube. I don't know if that's like easier for you guys to like get a hold of or whatnot, but you can certainly click on the YouTube link that we have in the About section, and it'll get you like a link over to that channel. We have like a playlist start to develop, and it's going pretty good so far. I've been trying to like collect highlights of any of the fun moments that we have while talking with each other, but also any of the discussions that we have for writing, which we like to do at the start of these what do you call it, the streams. Aside from that, guys, we're going to be doing a raid for Element Ed's Tal, so that's gonna be fun. Let's see here. So I wanted to take some time to thank you guys so much for coming out. We had a nice party tonight. Wow, a lot of people showed up, and I'm very excited to like have folks to talk to and make these I guess like the time pass by a little bit better. Aside from that, let's see here. Oh, like one person. It's all like Scott Pilgrim. Dude, I love Scott Pilgrim. That's actually an amazing story. However, he has round glasses, deep voice. Love the juxtaposition of nerdiness and the manly voice. Yeah. I think my friend said something like, he's like he has like a joke where he says, I have a voice and a face for radio. Like, he has like the sexy voice, but he believes that his face is not quite there. I don't believe that. But anywho. Yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really appreciate the love and support. It's a lot of fun doing this type of stuff, and I enjoy hanging out with you guys and talking, and it makes the whole process of like trying to become a novelist a lot more fun. It's great to hang out with you guys. Aside from that, let's see here. For those of you who are new, again, my name is NovelistCrim. This is Writing Company and Motivation. We host this stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So you can catch us live there. And if you haven't, I recommend you leave a follow. It's a great way to get notified when we do this type of stuff. And you can also check out our Discord by hitting !Discord, and you'll get a link to the chat right there. Yep. And that's a great way to get the journal entries that we do when we start the streams. It's a great way to rub shoulders with other creatives. You also get little posts about the stream archive that we're working on. For whenever we have the discussions again that will show up on YouTube, we post it there as well, so you can have easy access. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and give Tal some love. Be sure to leave a couple of big brains. Give her some love as we go in. So let's go ahead and get that raid going. But anyways, thanks again, guys. Take it easy, and as always, stay passionate.